And welcome back, ladies and gents. Gesgex doing a bit more of this very engaging game, Gone Home. And in the previous part, it started raining. No, in the previous part, we found a secret passage, didn't we, in the library? There was a reference to it somewhere. So anyway, we're going to kind of explore, which is apparently Creepy Oscar's secret store. Sorry, bear with me 2 seconds. Just gotta take me freaking hoodie off. There we go. Oh. It's too warm for this, even though there is a storm going on outside. It is quite warm in here, anyway. Oh, there we go. Right. So yeah, these... Oh, hello. Hello, sausage. Grab crucifix. Now, technically, that's not a crucifix. What the hell? Because... Why did that happen? Sorry, it's not a crucifix because there is no little icon of Christ or anything on it, so it is just a cross. Anyway. For God so loved the world, he gave his only son. Indeed. So Oscar is obviously... Where is it? Oh, there it is. Oscar is obviously religious, as the whole family are, because we have found... Oh, the bulb's gone. Oh, for God's sake. That's annoying. Anyway, yeah, so they're all obviously all religious. Anyway, Ghost Hunters, Sam and Lonnie's Secret House Investigation Log. Hidden compartments. Oh, so there's 3. There are 3 hidden passage things. This is the first one. Library, upstairs hall, and foyer. Evidence of the supernatural is discovered at 0. Okay. So am I supposed to... Bloody thing. Am I supposed to... Let's have an investigate up here and see what we see. So we're not entirely sure where this is going to come out. Oh! Interesting. So that one pulls out into the parents' room. Let me just check. So there's... Okay, hang on. So that one's in... Which room? It's in one of these 2 rooms. Hang on. Is it in... Okay, it looks like it's possibly... No, I've gone the wrong way. Oh, the other one is apparently... Oh, maybe it's downstairs or something? Unless it's here? Oh, there we go. Ah! Let's read the note first. Hello. Hello, Oscar. Where are you? Who are you, Oscar? What do you want to come back? Obviously to come back. Now, whether that is the... Okay, interesting. So we've got half the combination thing by the looks of it. So we take that. Whether that's just the girls messing about, or not, I don't know. But anyway, so there's you got your Ouija board there, indeed. But there's no hello. There's just a goodbye. Interesting. Okay, the Ouija board I've got is a little bit different from that. But anyway, oh, I read that. Okay, so they say whether it's the girls just messing about or whether it really does exist, I'm not 100% sure. But anyway, there we go. Keep it hidden. Right, so the other one... Okay, so the other one's there. Well, let's go and investigate... Hang on, that one. I think we're going the wrong way, aren't we? Yeah. We're going to go downstairs and investigate the other note, and hopefully we'll find the other secret note. I wonder if those panels are accessible before you find... the note, like whether they just exist and you just, why would you wouldn't have any reason really to click on the wall. Okay, so next to Dad's office. So there's something apparently just here, I think. Yes. That's the other half of the note. Property of Sam Private, okay. Read story. Private, do not read. The Green Glacier, Part 2, At the Edge of the World. Oh, here we go. Another one of Allegra's stories here. Allegra and her scouting party peered down warily through the dense canopy of rustling leaves from their perch high in the forest branches. Mere feet away, sunlight shone brightly off the inner ice walls of the glacial basin in which the forest grew. It was a strange sight indeed, such lushness juxtaposed with the frigid ice formations. Allegra leapt forward without hesitation, bounding through the high branches. The first mate had been captured by the Green Glacier's Amazonian tribe. His? I thought the first mate was a girl. What? Oh, I wonder if she's dead and he's got... Or Allegra's now got a new first mate and it's a he. I wonder. His life hung in the balance. We have to hurry. Allegra's party followed behind, moving quietly as a breeze through the greenery. Allegra landed in the clearing and shouted, "Stop!" She saw the Queen Amazonian up on her pedestal, reaching for the lever that would drop her first mate into the vat below. She shouted, "No!" and flung her sabre at the Amazon's reaching hand, but it was too late. Slight misspelling of the word "to" there, but anyway. The first mate screamed as he fell toward the water, then splashed down, and all was eerily silent. Allegra looked on, frozen in fear and remorse. She had been a moment too late. But then, from the vat, something began to emerge. A head of dark brown hair, just like the first mate's, then the shoulders and sleeves of his coat, soaking wet. But as the figure stood and the water poured down, Allegra saw that the first mate had changed. He was no longer a man at all. In fact, what looked back at her were the eyes, the face, the hair, the hands, and the body of a woman. Still in the first mate's clothes. Still the first mate. She spoke in a soft, clear voice. "Captain?" The Amazonian queen said, "She is one of us now. She is ours." Allegra drew her magical flintlock pistols from her belt, and her crew readied their swords. Allegra glared into the queen's eyes and said, "That's the love of my life, and you can't have her." Interesting. That's fairly on the nose, isn't it, about obviously what it's about. Interesting. Okay, so it's sort of going against tradition and all the rest of it, and it's yeah. Okay, that's fairly obvious. I shouldn't need to go into too much detail explaining what that's all about, but anyway. Okay, so we've got 2 bits of the note. 051. Okay, we'll give that a go. So that's up in Sam's bedroom. I'm really surprised there's no sprint. Unless I'm missing a sprint, but there doesn't seem to be. Radiation area. Typical sort of sign. Right, so, what was it? Is it, forgotten already? Nope. 0501. Yes! What are those clip things? Are they security tags? Has she been stealing clothes? Grab cigarette packet. Morley's. Oh, Morley's! Aren't they the brand that the cigarette smoking man smokes in X-Files? I'm pretty sure they are, and I had a feeling they were like a fake made-up brand. That's quite cool, if it's a little nod to X-Files. Oh, Sam's been reading... so she's the one reading the Gentleman magazine, not the dad. Shannon Doherty. Great UFO cover-up. Exclusive interview with mogul David Geffen. Finally, Gillian Anderson. That's not Gillian Anderson. Is that... okay. Interesting. Gosh, Sam. Who knew you were like that? And there's Lonnie. In 94. Yeah, with her red hair that they dyed in the bath together. You see, it's all... Oh.
Lonnie came over today. Everything was... different. She was sitting at my desk chair, and she wouldn't look at me. Finally, I asked her what was going on. She said she felt like she'd done something wrong that night in the city. Like I must think... But I said no. There was nothing wrong. I just wanted to say... But I couldn't find the words. I felt like I was gonna cry, but I wasn't sad. She got up and sat next to me on the bed. I looked at her. Lonnie, do you think you could ever... And that's when she kissed me.
I really, really love this game. It's so well put together. You see, it's not... I don't know, see a note like that, it sounds genuine. It doesn't sort of sound forced and hammy and cliche and all the rest of it. It sounds, you know, it's written in a way that it might actually be written, you know, if these were real people. That's awesome. I love this game so much. Feels Train all the way. If you may not be getting this at all, you may not be kind of vibing with me, but I love it, absolutely love it. Oh, hello, what's this? Close. Oh no, we've already looked at that, haven't we? So is there nothing else? Oh, hang on. Basement key. Don't actually remember seeing a basement. Sorry for the pause. I thought I heard something like IRL noises, but obviously not. Maybe it's something in the game, I don't know. I've got headphones on, so it's quite hard to tell what's real and what's not. Jesus. Right, hang on, let's check the map then. We still haven't been into that weird room with the red lights around it. Do I want to go in there? I'm so reluctant about triggering something that I don't mean to. Ah, it's locked anyway. Okay, I had a feeling it probably would be. Hang on, did I hear... Oh my god! You may not have heard that. There was slight scratching and then there was an actual voice. Whispered something. I couldn't quite make out what it was. Like a girl's voice. Really quiet. Like one word or maybe two. Oh, that actually full on sent a shiver down my spine, that did. Wow. Oh my word. That's... Yeah, okay. Wow. Okay, that's kind of thrown me a little bit. Sorry, anyway, we're going to head downstairs and go to the basement. I really, really want to get into that red room now to see what's... not the red room as in the deep web red room, but I want to get into the developing room up there. Right, where's the basement? Oh, must be this. Yeah, this game is just it's so well put together. And there's different stories going on. There's the kind of Sam and Lonnie thing. Sorry, I got my wires tangled up. There's the whole thing with the parents. Oh. Oh, I'm at the wrong end of the house. Oh, so yeah, there are lots of sort of interweaving, cross-connected stories going on here, and it's the game's doing such a good job of sort of giving you a little bit of each, and you know, I'm genuinely thinking I don't like this Rick guy because he's kind of, I don't know, disturbing things, and then you know, disturbing the tranquility of a stable home, and then there's the whole situation. With Lonnie and Sam, it's just really well put together. I gotta say, this game is. I wish there were more games like this. It just shows you don't need. Oh god, it just shows you don't need guns and grenades and helicopters and that to make a good game. I mean, I'm connecting with this game much more than any other game for a long time. And I am really invested in it, and it's kind of got me a bit worried, because if something did jump out at me now, I would absolutely cack myself. So, let's fingers crossed that doesn't happen. Sorry, I'm just desperately trying not to knock the snowball over. Let's get as much light in here as we possibly can. Potato chips. Half eaten. See, some of the items you can turn upside down, and some of them you can't. Select potatoes. See, if Kelly was writing this, she would miss out the E in potatoes. She always does that, I don't know why. She does the same with tomatoes as well. Probably because she's a dunce. Right, read note. Dear Samantha, I would like to cordially thank you for having me to your abode for the Thanksgiving holiday with your lovely family. I enjoyed the flavourful potatoes, and also it was weird being around your parents for that long, but it was pretty funny. How impossible it is for your dad not to be awkward for more than 30 seconds at a time. Very cordially yours, your close friend and confidant, Lonnie D. A fancy man. Quite. Dear Ms. DeSoto, allow me to take this opportunity to thank you in kind for being such a gracious host of the festivities at your father's estate following the aforementioned meal with my parents. Your family's Thanksgiving feast was the more enjoyable of the two events, I must say. I especially appreciated the time I spent with your grandmother, who is a lovely woman with sterling taste and a refined air. Let's do it again, same time next year, shall we? Indeed, Madam Samantha Greenbrier, Esquire. Okay, so again, just them being kind of goofs, as they would say in the States. Goofing off. No, nothing behind there. Still hearing slightly odd noises. Oh, post-it note. Oh, that's really sweet. S and L, Sam and Lonnie. That is really quite sweet, actually. I like it.
It's different now. I mean, we still hang out all the time like before. But now when no one else is around... Well, you know... So you could say we're dating. But it's secret. Secret dating? I don't know. I mean, I guess that's the real difference. Now when we get off the phone, or go home for the night, or it's just quiet and we're alone, we say I love you.
God, I don't know if it's just me getting soppy in my old age, but I'm really, really sort of loving this whole story and getting into it and that, and I'm sort of thinking, I really hope things work out with Sam and and Lonnie. It probably won't, because that's the way games work, isn't it? Just as everything seems perfect and happy, it all gets torn down and rent asunder, so we'll see what happens, but anyway. Okay, so somebody... Oh, Kate won a prize in something looks like physics-based, because that looks like a kind of electron spinning around a new... Protons and neutrons. That's the typical sort of atomic sign. So possibly, I wonder if she's more of the sciencey one. Oh man, one of my old sex ed assignments. Oh, so this is her version of the other one we saw that Sam had written that was rather over the top. So let's see. Menstrual cycle. An ovum starts to develop. While the ovum is developing, line of uterus getting thick and soft. Okay, why? Okay, so she's... Yeah, so this is essentially showing that she's much more of a logical, sort of straightforward thinker and more of a sort of science, maths type person rather than her sister, who's obviously more of the artistic leaning. What's interesting there is that I don't understand the marking thing there. It's got a tick and a cross. I don't really get that. Maybe that's an American thing, I don't know, but I don't know how they mark things in the States, but that seems a bit weird. Oh, and there's Caitlin's one of those. Kind of amazing. And it's for nice, indeed. Sometimes. Oh my god, the feels in this game is amazing. I can't believe I'm getting so invested in it. I'm suspicious about missing things, or paranoid about missing things. I really don't want to... It could be like important notes that make the difference. Like that little book of matches that we found earlier. Could have easily missed that. Is that water on the floor? No. Okay, so that's the furnace, keeping the house warm. And the boiler. It's just this, like all this little information and detail about it. Look, I mean, all this sort of pressure per square inch and all that sort of thing. Amazing. Amazing. Wow. Very few games bother to do that. In the event of an earthquake. Okay. Oh my god, little icon of somebody on fire. I like it. Anyway. Quite dramatic. Let's get another light on. Okay, I'm assuming we're going to find a key for the, attic thing, I'm guessing here. Reed College, Office of Admissions and Financial Aid. Dear Samantha, this is for Sam. I'm pleased to inform you of your admission to the creative writing track of the Reed College Summer Programme for Young Scholars for its 1995 session. We believe you have much to contribute to the Reed College community. Based on your portfolio and academic record, I'm also pleased to offer you financial aid to cover 75% of the summer programme's tuition and fees. The attached documentation delineates, I can never say that word, your schedule, optional secondary track choices, and your dormitory assignment. Please remember to submit the attached form if you wish to be eligible for one of the 3 Reed full-time undergraduate scholarships to be awarded to exemplary students at the end of each summer programme. We very much look forward to your attendance. Again, congratulations on your admission and best wishes from all of us at Reed. Excellent. So she's got into... Oh.
I'm so stupid sometimes. I was telling Lonnie that I got into my college summer program thing, and I was all making plans like, you should come visit me, stay in my dorm room. But she said, Sam, I ship out on June 6th. I was like, ship out? To where? She said, to basic training. What did you think I was doing all that ROTC stuff for? I guess she's been planning to join the army right after high school since she was like 12. And I guess she's really going to do it. So I was like, after graduation, I'm just never going to see you again? She said, let's just have fun while we can.
I bloody knew it, of course. Just when everything was looking like it was smooth sailing, of course something inevitably comes up. But to be honest, it's not a surprise that Lonnie's going to be shipping out, as she says, because I mean she was on that, you know, what is basically a sort of recruitment drive for the military. So yeah. Anyway, examine scrap of paper. 14k gold heart customer. Oh, I see. So she was going to buy, or possibly did buy, 2 halves of this pendant, sort of heart pendant. Presumably one for Lonnie to take with her, and one for Sam to wear, LNS. Okay, interesting. So whether she actually bought it, or whether she just planned to buy it, I don't know. But anyway, let's see what else is here. There seem to be quite a few notes. Now this is an interesting thing. Richard Greenbrier, Professor Laureate of English, University of Oregon, 1956. So presumably that's her granddad. Why the face is torn out, I really don't know. That's slightly eerie, actually, I've got to say. Must be. What makes me think it's her granddad is over here. I noticed it said this is one of Granddad's books. Joyce, A Complete Understanding. If that's talking about James Joyce, bloody hell. Oh, God. Dear, not my cup of tea at all. I tried reading Ulysses once and got about 3 pages into it, or a bit more than that. I thought it was terrible. Anyway, so I don't know if that's... I know it's a classic, so I probably shouldn't say that. But anyway, so yeah, that's the... one of, Granddad's books. So why is that happening? That's, I say, quite unsettling. I don't know if maybe Oscar did that. Anyway. What else did I see? Oh yeah, one of Dad's books with something stuck to it. The Accidental Saviour. Okay, so... Okay, just looking to the end of that, it looks like this is a letter to Dad, Terry, from his dad. So Grandad, yeah. Thank you for sending along a copy of your newly published book. An author's first published manuscript is a momentous occasion. I read it this afternoon. I certainly recognise my son in the subject matter. An author's work is the externalisation of that which he holds dear and that which he fears, and in this respect I believe your work was successful. But the lens through which the personal shone was needlessly clouded by genre cliches and implausible dime store science fictional Deus ex machina. The great authors speak of their life's milieu in clear and honest tones, the lens crystal that refracts their thoughts without distortion. I congratulate you on surviving the great ordeal that is publication, and rest assured that readers of your chosen genre will lap up copies hungrily, but I urge you to shed artifice. You can do better. With a father's love and encouragement. Wow, where to begin with that? Okay, so even though he's had this first book published, it obviously it wasn't quite the sort of thing that would appeal to his dad, to Grandad basically, and Grandad wasn't quite impressed. He thought it was a bit maybe kind of shallow and a bit cheesy, and I don't know, this whole thing of you can do better, that's what we saw on post-it notes in his office, if you remember, before. So obviously, I mean, you know, he would have been seeking approval from his father, otherwise he wouldn't have sent him a copy of the book, and to get something that is as cold as that, and yeah, I mean, you know, he's trying to make it sound like he approves and all that, but I mean, really, he doesn't. He's kind of saying that he thinks it's, you know, not that great, which would be quite demoralising and you know, quite heartbreaking, and he must have felt quite crestfallen after that, I imagine. And it may have been just in a sort of fit of rage that Terry cut that face out of that picture, maybe. Interesting. Still don't quite see how that connects to the Oscar situation, but anyway. Where have we been? Okay, so we haven't been in either of these 2 rooms. This is quite eerie, I have to say. Let's get some lights on, quick. You see, that's what I mean. A letter like that tells you so much. Bloody hell. Somebody's collecting newspapers for some reason. Okay, we can't look at any of them by the looks of it. I was wondering if they've actually got real... They've got some real print on here, bloody hell. Central Labourers by the looks of it, anyway. Oh. Now it looks like somebody was about to cover up that. Let's have a quick peek at this. Postcard. Gotta be honest, don't recognise that one. Never heard of that place, gotta be honest. So it says... Oh, it's in Oregon, apparently. The tallest falls in the state. Multnomah Falls. I'm probably saying that wrong. Anyway, hey Sam, I'm writing you from Multnomah Falls. I'm here on a stupid class trip, which is stupid because... Sorry, I was checking my recording now. Which is stupid because it's March, and I don't know if anyone running this school has been to Oregon, but it's cold and rainy as S in March. Wish you were here. Oh wait, you are here, because I'm writing this to you in the gift shop. OS, here you come. Oh, it's Lonnie. That's from Lonnie. I thought it was... I don't know. Hey, Sam. Yeah, of course it would be, wouldn't it? Why I was thinking it was from Sam.
They tell you to stick with the group on field trips, Katie. There's a reason for that. Lonnie and I snuck off on the side paths at Multnomah Falls and got a little lost. Okay, a lot lost. Like, for hours. Right before the bus left, we found a trail and came running down the path, soaked and covered in mud, shouting for the bus not to leave. The school called home. Mom and Dad said, you didn't get into trouble like this before you met that Lonnie girl. But I don't think they know about us. The kids at school, though, I'm really afraid that's a whole other story. Stick with the group, Katie. Stick with the group.
Okay. Yet again, another fairly kind of on-the-nose thing there, obviously saying to, stick with the group, because, of course, she's defying convention and going against traditional relationships, by obviously dating another girl. So, interesting, okay, so yeah. But obviously the parents didn't know about it, and so they probably wouldn't have approved, because Lonnie's a bit of a rebel by the looks of it. Massan's Pharmacy, January to June 1960. Oh, so that's just a ledger for the journal, for the pharmacy, before it's sold. I don't think there's anything else here. As I say, I'm so paranoid about missing things. I think I'm getting most of them. Nothing behind here. It's a sort of place where they'd hide stuff. No. Hang on. There was another place we could go to there, wasn't there? Yeah, this door. Oh, wow. Oh, God almighty. Is this some... What place is this? Is this some room that Oscar's been using as a... Okay, this is decidedly eerie. I don't know the combination for that. Excuse me. Sorry, just eating a Frozen themed cake. Damn you, Elsa, making me choke. Right, so there's the first floor plan. Okay, so we haven't been in any of this side of stuff, have we? So the dining room, greenhouse, laundry, kitchen, blah blah blah. We haven't done any of that yet because that door's locked. And the key is probably in there, I'd imagine, but I don't know. A little bit. Oh God, it doesn't bloody work. Uber creepy. Oh, let's bring this out into the light because I can't really see what it is. Bloody thing. Okay, so it's just one of those pull-along, old-fashioned kind of wooden horse things. Okay. Interesting, it's been put with the firewood. As though somebody's trying to sort of erase memories or whatever, but anyway. Again, maybe reading too much into this, who knows, but anyway. Let's press on. Oh, hello. Terrier. Oh, right, okay, yeah. And I was thinking, they've only just moved here, but I suppose he could have come here as a kid, I guess. Yeah, with his uncle, I guess, so. Oh, more of this bloody rubbish. I don't think we have got a tape player. Let's give it a go. It'll probably be as bad as the other stuff. Yep, that's terrible. Best place for that, in there. Sorry, but it's just not my cup of tea. Yolanda De Soto, care of Hector and Marie De Soto. Samantha Greenbrier, 1 Arbor Hill, Boone County, USA. Okay. Why there's a line on it, I don't know. Right, we're going to read this and then we shall have to end it here. Today's Spanish lesson, X-Fly. Oh God, I'm hoping I'm not going to have to read much Spanish because I'm okay with French and German and Russian, but I'm not so good with Spanish, funnily enough. I'm so happy you like the drawing. I was thinking of us when I drew it. What drawing? Okay. I knew you'd be able to tell. You'd love Mexico, I think, probably. The nature here is totally different than back home. I keep thinking about Allegra and the first mate lost on a mysterious island, where even the plants are out to get them. And then I think of them together, out there in the wilderness together, and I start thinking of you again. Oh, I lie here in bed and I can almost feel you. I've been trying to save it up for when we're together again. I haven't done a good job, okay, but I tried. Okay, enough about that. Your last letter got me the day before we start driving back north. Oh, got to me, sorry, the day before we start driving back north. We'll be racing this letter home. If I get home first, we can read it together. And yes, I'm taking tons of photos. We'll have to spend so much time in the dark room. Tu amor, Lonnie. Okay, so... Is that another letter? Yes, it is. I'm going to leave it there, because we've got another page to read, which we're going to read in a second, but we're getting close to half an hour, so, like I say, I'm going to leave it there for the moment, and we shall see what is waiting for us next time, and possibly... Oh, there's other stuff to look at as well. And also these weird bells, which I'm going to have a look at in a moment. Interesting. So yeah, we shall see what is waiting for us in the dark room, perhaps, and hopefully get into this safe soon enough. So yeah, take care of yourselves, and hope you'll join me again very soon.